Hey, it's Mike from Louisiana, and I am just taking a nice Sunday drive looking for sale by owner signs. That's right. But in this video, I would like to, if you would, allow me to take you into my latest deal. I want to show you the ins and outs of what I paid for the property, how much I'm getting in monthly rent, how much I made on the property, and the fact that I have no money of my own in the deal is gonna make this a video that you are gonna wanna watch. So stick around, it's gonna be a good one. Thanks for watching. I am Mike, and yes, I am from Louisiana, and I make videos about finances, faith, and family. And so this is another one, and we're going to focus this video on a recent real estate deal that I just did. Before we get started though, I would greatly appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button, like button, and the notification bell. It helps me grow the channel and spread this message to all the real estate noobs out there who are trying to grasp this thing and build their small or large family fortunes. Okay, so let's get into the deal because I want to tell you how I was able to purchase this house with no money of my own. Now, let me preface this by saying that I did purchase the house for all cash. So in this particular instance, I used all of my cash. If you don't have all of your own cash, then you might have a credit line that is available to you, a HELOC, which is a home equity line of credit. You might have access to funds in another area, or you might have a hard money lender, which is somebody who is willing to lend you the money for a short period of time for a fee, and then you pay them back as soon as you go to the bank and refinance the house. So in this particular instance, the house was $150,000. Now, the original listing price of the house was $175,000. But they had lowered it down to $165,000. This was the event that got my attention because at this point I knew that the people that were selling the house were probably very motivated, and that makes my little ears perk up. And so I saw that they were really willing to sell at this point. So that's when I came in with a cash offer of $145,000, which of course was rejected. If your first offer is not rejected, then there's something wrong, and it meant you probably offered too much. And so I was glad to see that my first offer of $145,000 was rejected, and they countered back with $155,000. At this point, I was like, wow, they already came down $10,000 on their price. And so I knew that they were very, very motivated. At that point, I offered back $150,000. They accepted, and then we put the house under contract. So now we have the house for $150,000 under contract. So let's stop right here and talk about the issue of cash, because I know probably a lot of you are going, well, this is great and all, but I don't have cash. I don't have the money to do this. If you are a real estate noob, then this is not probably a deal that you're going to be able to do on day one, but that's okay, because the more and more you hang in the game and you get, you build your relationships and your war chest, so to speak, you will be able to have access and start doing deals like this where you can just offer cash. But I wanted to share it with you because it's something to look forward to. It's something to learn. And I'm a big believer of learning everything you can, when you can, and having a goal. So the next step in the process was getting the house inspected. I always get a house inspected because I'm looking for major items that need to be fixed, major things that could be wrong with the house that would cause me not to purchase the house. So we went through inspection. There were a few items that were needing to be fixed. And so we came back to the sellers and said, hey, we want this, and this fixed. And they fixed most of them, which was cool. And so my goal in an inspection is always to get them to pay for something. That will at least pay for my inspection, which usually costs anywhere between $350 to $450. The inspection went well and everything was great. Okay, so inspection is over and it is now time to close. Now there's no banks involved at this point because again, we're all cash. At this point, if I was using a hard money lender, I would be getting ready to receive that money at closing for that and be getting funded for the process. And at this point though, I'm all cash. So I go to closing, I purchase the property, and my goal is to get that person that is going to be living in that property as soon as possible. My intention is to usually have that person already vetted and within a few days have them looking at the house. We had to get some items fixed. We had to get the house cleaned. There were a few steps before we could actually let somebody go and look at the house and say, yes, I want this house. Now, this house, now that we've purchased it, it's ours. We were able to turn around and do what's called a lease with option to purchase. And I will make another video on this process here soon. But what essentially happened is this person that was going to live in the house came in and they put $20,000 down on the house with the intention of purchasing the house one day. And so in their mind, the house is definitely something that they are going to own in the future. These are people that I really, really like to work with. They are people who are a little more serious about taking care of the home, and they're long-term people. So we closed this house on a Thursday, and then by Saturday, we had somebody who had already committed to entering into the lease with option contract on it, which was very good. It was kind of funny because I was leaving the country to go out of town to a conference. And so I literally ran by the attorney's office on my way out of town on Monday, signed the papers. They came in a little later, signed it, and they got the keys, and the deal was done. So what do you think so far? Go ahead and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear what you think about this whole process. It was done in about 2 weeks. And I really, really would love to hear what you have to say. So you're probably thinking now, what did this guy make on this deal? And so the way it works is we're going to go to the bank and I'm going to get a new first mortgage on the property. So the bank is going to give me 85% of the value of the house back. So they're going to do an appraisal. They're going to look at the comps and they're going to go, okay, this house is worth X. We will give you 85% of that value. Now, I have 100% money in the property right now at 150. My goal is for that house to appraise around the 165,000 mark. And so 85% of 165 is, had to look it up on my calculator, $140,425. So let's just call it $140,000. So I'm going to get $140,000 back from the bank with a new mortgage. So at this point, I have $150,000 of my money in the deal. The bank is giving me back $140,000. So now I've got $10,000 roughly of my money still in the deal. But wait a minute. The people that are doing the lease option just gave me $20,000. $10,000 of that $20,000 is going to go back into the war chest. So now I should have about $10,000 left over out of the deal. So you're probably at this point saying, wait a minute, you literally have no money left in the house. That's correct. And you just walked away with $10,000. That's correct too. So this was actually a very profitable deal. The people living in the house for 5 years, they have 5 years actually to go to the bank and refinance the mortgage and get me out of the way. But for the next 5 years, I'm committed to letting them use my credit in the form of a loan and they are now making payments on the house. They are actually paying $1,307 a month. My mortgage on the property, I believe, I'd have to look it up real quick, but it's going to probably be around $950 a month plus taxes and insurance. So I'll cash flow a little bit on the property, but the main thing is that I got, $10,000 out of the deal. So what do you think about this? I want to hear your comments down below. If you would like to see more videos about deals like this, just comment down below and let me know. I would definitely love to make some more if there's a hunger and a desire to hear more about this. This particular deal here, I did with actually a guy that I've been teaching and helping him out. And so he got to be a part of this deal and kind of go through the process with me. And so it was a great learning experience. I love when people are able to learn more about real estate and go from noob to somebody who is doing it on their own. It makes me feel great. And so if you made it this far in the video, then wow, you are an awesome person. That's all I can say. And again, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and follow along with that little notification bell, and stay tuned for more videos like this in the future. God bless you. Have a great day.